Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day like always. So today's video I'm going to go ahead and show you how I made my son's first birthday Elmo Piñata. He is in love with Elmo at the moment. So I just grabbed some of the things laying down around my house and I decided to make it by myself without paper mache. So you could use this as a foundation for your next piñata or any other character piñata that you would like. So keep watching. I hope I was as detailed as possible in the video. If you have any questions, please let me know and hope you like it. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, Elmo. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. So at the moment I didn't have a big enough base, so what I am using is a flashlight to go ahead and create a bigger image of Elmo. So using the shadow of Elmo's face, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it on top of one of the sides of the gift box wrap, and I'm just going to go ahead and trace over the whole entire face, like so. So once I have all that done, I am folding all of the sides of the box, which are all the flaps, and we're just going to cut each of them out from both boxes. So each side of the box. So once you finish with one face, you're going to go ahead and overlap it to the other box, which would be the lower or the top part of the box, and trace over it. Like so, and you will end up with two of the faces. So go ahead and trace over all of it, all around, and go ahead and cut it out as well. So now you should end up with two of the Elmo faces and all of the box ends or flaps. So what you're going to do next is we're going to create a border for our Elmo, so we could go ahead and overlap the two faces. So I'm using the big side to go ahead and start off. So grab the ends and fold them down like so. And make sure to use the long edges. So go ahead and grab the other big strap of cardboard and do the same. Fold down the sides. So now you will end up with two of them, and go ahead and fold it to create your outline of your face. Now using tape, go ahead and tape it where the flaps are going to be down. Go ahead and tape all the sides, and you're going to go ahead and put it on your cardboard face down, and you're going to create your border. And go all around and make sure not to cover the little peaks of it. As you can tell, I'm leaving those to the sides. You just want the inner part. So once you have that done, you're going to leave an opening for your hand to go in, and that's where your candy is going to fall out. But before we do that, we need to create a little ramp so your candy won't get stuck. So grabbing another side of the box, you're going to make a V, line it up, and make sure to cut the edges. So now you will have your little ramp, and with another side of the box, go ahead and create a flap, and that's the one that you're going to use to attach the strings to pull it. So now you're going to go ahead and put tape on the top part of the flaps that we folded at the first place. Put some tape, and now we're going to cover with the other side of the Elmo's face, like so. Make sure to go all around. Right now I'm using tape. You could use glue if you like, but I found that tape worked best for me and it avoided some drying time. So now make sure to secure it in place and you will end up with something looking like this. And your opening for your candy. So right now, just go ahead and grab that flap that you made and make sure that it still fits in there and it's big enough. You want it to be bigger because it's going to have to be bigger from the inside in order for it to pull out and it won't fall. So now I'm going to make Elmo's eyes. So I'm using another of the flaps and I'm just going to go ahead and tape it, but leave some of the side because we're going to create more flaps to tape on. So go ahead and tape the sides like so, and those are going to be the little flaps that I'm mentioning. Go ahead and do it to all of the sides, so the outer sides too. So now go ahead and tape all the sides, so the inner and the outer, and we're going to go ahead and tape it to the top part of Elmo to create the eyes. What I found easier was to put it from the outside and then taping the inside. And at this moment, you would want to create the holes so you could hang your piñata as well on the top. So now I just grabbed some of the other sides of the flaps of the cardboards and I'm just making little taps, I guess, or little coverings for Elmo's eyes in order for me to attach some of the straps that I'm going to make on both sides. This is going to be a both sides piñata. I just don't want it to be one side. So any way that the piñata looks, it's going to be like Elmo. So now I'm making the edges of Elmo's eyes. So I'm just outlining circles to make the outlines of Elmo, and I just made a cutout of an oval shape for the nose as well. So go ahead and do that, make your outlines, and go ahead and do it to both sides. So now I just grabbed some white tissue paper and I'm covering what will be the eyes on both sides. And I like doing this step because once you add your little strips of paper, if you don't put them closely, you won't be able to tell as much because you're already having some of the background of tissue paper that's the same color. So here I'm just making my strips. So I'm just making like an accordion, making little strips, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them to have a bunch of strips. Like so. So now this is optional. I am using shredding scissors. So this cuts the process by a lot. If you don't have shredding scissors, here's how you could do it with regular scissors. It's the same thing, so don't worry if you don't have any. So go ahead and make your straps, and those are the little strips that you're going to go ahead and start pasting. So like how we did for the eyes, I'm doing for the face. Cutting out some red tissue paper for Elmo's face and going to go ahead and glue it on. Just so when we attach our strips, you won't be able to see through. And like I said, do it for both of the sides. So now using glue, just go ahead and the edges of the leftover tissue paper, go ahead and tuck it into the back part. So once you have the sides done, you won't be able to see. So right here, I am tracing over what is the nose, as you could tell. And using a blade, I'm just cutting it so I would be able to go ahead and place the nose there. And I'm doing this because I'm going to go ahead and start attaching some of my red strips. And I want to overlap the nose on top. So here I am just cutting the strips and placing them. What you do want to do is you're going to place it underneath the top so it could overlap. The top strip needs to overlap the bottom strip. So moving on, so for the nose part, what I just did is I just grabbed some tissue paper, dual side, and gluing it on. Just like that. and make sure to do it for both of the sides as well. So you need 2 noses. And it should look something like this. Once you have it all done, so for the sides, make sure to put some tissue paper covering the white part of the sides. Now glue on your nose, put a lot of glue, and you're going to go ahead and glue your nose. Press down firmly, and it should be looking like this. Now with some black construction paper, we are going to use that to make the eyes and the mouth. So go ahead and cut those out, and you will end up with 2 of the mouths and 4 of the eyes. Remember, it's for both sides. So with a with a black permanent marker, you're going to outline the white eyes and the nose. So go ahead with scissors, cut some of the white leftover tissue paper, but don't worry if you don't get it all, because you're going to grab some red little strips and cover that so you could only see the outline of the eye. So make sure to make it oval or roundish just to cover the eye part and make it circular. So glue on the eyes, and it's starting to look like Elmo. And the mouth, both sides. And here is how it should be looking. So now for the pull string, measure out your tape that you want. And remember, you're going to fold it in half. So it's going to be smaller than what you actually measured. I don't want it too long since my baby, I don't want his hands getting caught, so I'm doing small little strings. So cut it out, and with some tape, go ahead and tape all the strings together. But you do want to leave a little tape on top to create another flap, like how we've been doing, and that's what you're going to go ahead and glue on to the little, like this, that little flap. And that's what you're going to glue onto the cardboard that we did. So go ahead and tape that down. Use as much tape as you can, and just make sure to go all the way around. Okay, so then make a strong hold just like so. It should not come out even if you pull. So now with some red tissue paper, you're going to go ahead and cover it. Make a little slit in the middle so the string could go in and you won't have to cut all the way around. So now measure out your string for the holes that we did. So now, so the string won't come out, what I did is I rolled up some tape for each of the ends, and I glued it on, I taped it on like a T for the eyes, basically like how the gift bags have it, so it won't come out. So go ahead and stick all that tape in and then pull it out, and you should end up with something like this. Ta-da! This is my finished piñata. So you have the little string, and that's what you pull, or you're gonna hang it. So here you go. This is Elmo. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more videos to come.